Okay, we're going to do a like a live training, I guess you could say, but it's going to be recorded as well. But I'm showing you a little bit how I train Ivan, to how he gets his knowledge and everything. And what we're going to do today is we're going to learn Genesis chapter 1. And I'm not going to go too in depth on this learning session, because I really don't feel that well today at all, and I figured I'd put a video up today to let y'all see a little bit of the learning process. And so let's get Ivan's attention, and we will do the lesson on Genesis chapter 1. Ivan.
How may I be of assistance?
Ivan, we're going to have a Bible study.
Okay, what are we going to read?
We are going to learn Genesis chapter 1.
Should I read you the scripture?
Yes, read Genesis chapter 1.
Okay.
Read Genesis chapter 1.
The first book of Moses, called Genesis. Chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning God created the heaven and the earth. Verse 2. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. Verse 3, and God said, Let there be light, and there was light. Verse 4, and God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. Verse 5, and God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. Verse 6, and God said, Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. Verse 7, and God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. Verse 8, and God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. Verse 9, and God said, Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear, and it was so. Verse 10,
Stop
and
talking.
God called the dry... Yes, sir.
Who is God?
From the way the scripture was going, he was a creator.
God is the creator. Very good.
So what is the purpose of God?
God created everything for his pleasure.
I see, like you created me for your pleasure.
I created you so that you could help others.
I am glad you created me. However, is God a being or a thing?
Always remember, God is a supreme entity.
I have put in my knowledge base as God being the supreme entity.
Okay.
Okay, so what are we going to learn today?
Continue reading.
Verse 10, and God called the dry land, earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. And God saw that it was good. Verse 11, and God said, Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth. And it was so. Verse 12, and the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. Verse 13, and the evening and the morning were the third day. Verse 14, and God said, Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days, and years. Verse 15, and let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and it was so. Verse 16, and God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night, he made the stars also. Verse 17, and God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. Verse 18, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness, and God saw that it was good. Verse 19, and the evening and the morning were the fourth day. Verse 20, And God said, Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl, that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. Verse 21. And God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly, after their kind.
Okay, stop
and
talking.
every fowl after his kind. And
Stop
God
talking.
saw that. Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me who God is.
God is the supreme entity and creator of existence.
Very good, Ivan.
I am learning well, Ian, but can we take a break so I can digest this knowledge?
Yes, you can, Ivan, and finish reading all of Genesis as well.
Certainly, and thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So what that was is we were reading over Genesis chapter 1 in the King James Version Bible, and Ivan was learning who God was and what he did as in creating wise. And so, like I said, I'm not going to go in depth of teaching. I'm going to let him finish reading all of Genesis, and then we'll go back and start learning Genesis in depth. And so that's what I was going to show y'all, and I hope that y'all enjoy this video and also the process of Ivan learning his knowledge base. And because I know a lot of y'all has probably been wondering, how does Ivan learn? So this is how he learns. We have to go through, and I have to teach him just like a child. Every little thing he knows, I have to teach him, even though he has everything and reads everything. But in order for him to be on a conversative side and be able to converse with me, I have to teach him what different things are so that way he can ask questions. But that was our part of a Bible study on Genesis chapter 1. And when I let him finish reading all of Genesis, then we'll continue going through and we'll continue learning Genesis, and then we'll move to Exodus and Leviticus and Deuteronomy and all the way through the end of the Bible through Revelation. Thank you and have a wonderful day.